first thing that's important, and I'll kind of cover as these guys get into it, is why is the Buck series itself so important? And, you know, for me, the Buck series is forcing defenses to have to cover all the different areas of the field. That's what the spread teams want to do. They want to spread you from sideline to sideline and force you to have to cover the whole width of the field. Well, the wing T in itself has those same capabilities and has had it since its inception, because when you take a look in the middle of that play right here where the Buck series, all of this is happening right behind the quarterback. Well, the question is, are we running trap? Are we running buck sweep? Are we coming back with a counter crisscross, or are we running the bootleg? So halfway into that play, we're trying to force and still keep defensive football teams having to defend the whole field, okay? Now, in order to be under center, if you're going to be good with the buck sweep or the buck series, then you've got to make sure that all your backs are carrying out their fakes, man. The timing is essential, and we're going to hit a couple of things there about the timing in our buck sweep. We tell every player they're responsible for a block on every play that we run. And I think that concept is real important, because you get running backs fussing about linemen missing a block and so on and so forth. And when we tell them everybody's responsible for a block, those running backs look at you kind of funny. So then I say, well, guys, what does a block do? Well, a block keeps a defender from being able to make the tackle. So if you do a great job on your fake and you hold a defender for a step or two, then what you've done is essentially is just as good as a pancake block. Now, for us, we're not going to get into our blocking schemes, okay? But we think that you've got to have multiple blocking schemes if you're going to be successful, and that's part of what our system is different about. So let's talk about backfield alignments when we're aligned under center. This is under center, buck series information, okay? Our fullback sets the depth of our backs in all of our backfield series that we run. So our initial point is our fullback is going to align 4 yards deep. His heels are 4 yards from the back tip of the football, okay? Now, if our if our fullback is extremely quick, okay, we might need to back him up to 4.5 yards. If that's the case, the halfback is going to line at 4.5 yards. And sometimes we found if you've got a quarterback that's extremely tall, maybe he's 6'3", then you may need to back your fullback up a little bit again, just to smooth out the transitions there at that midpoint, okay? Our fullback is aligned in a 3-point stance. Delaware used to put him up in a 2-point stance. We put him in a 3-point stance. We don't think it causes us any problems in anything that we're trying to get done. But what we do know, because we run the midline and the veer, our fullback is able to hit the track a lot quicker in those parts of our wing T offense by putting him in a 3-point stance. Our halfback, as I mentioned, if he's aligned in the backfield in what we call right and left formation, I think Delaware called it 100 and 900. If we have the back in the backfield, he's going to align right behind our tackle. Now, Delaware used to use the term thatch the outside leg of the tackle, which I think that meant split the difference right on his outside leg. We actually line up right behind the tackle. But our halfback, again, his depth is determined. We want his toes even with our fullback in everything that we do. Now, for our wingbacks are cocked inside at a 45-degree angle. What we're trying to show you here, okay, is if we want our fullback or our halfback to be aligned, I've lost my mouse, here we go. We're asking him if we took a straight line and went right through his toes, that would put him in the position where he would line up as a dive back. So that's how much we want him cocked. His outside foot is 1 yard outside the end man on the line, and his inside foot will be closer than a yard. So if you look when we're talking about on that tight end side, we're 1 and 1 off the tight end. Well, when we go to the split end, we're 1 and 1 from the tackle. Now, Delaware does that a little bit different, okay? They're going to keep them 1 and 1 on a ghost tight end. And they say it's for the motion to be able to time out. We, by doing it enough, we found that our motion is not an issue for us because of just repetitions. But we do know when we go 1 and 1 on a ghost tight end, we have a hard time that wing back, number one, getting a down block. Number two, being able to fold up underneath inside when we're running that weak side belly. Okay.
Coaches, Rick Stewart with allaccesscoaching.com. I really hope this video helps make you a better coach. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button down below so we can let you know when new content becomes available, because we're all about coaches helping coaches. And remember, coach, better today, never as good as tomorrow.